Hi folks, good morning. Uh, Today I'll try and demonstrate. I cannot talk about all the 15 features which we explained on the video because there are a lot of features there which has different types of permutation combinations which I would expect my viewers to try it out depending on their strategy. But today I will try and demonstrate some of the points which we mentioned earlier on different features and how they get implied onto a trading platform. So the first point we are talking about is the risk here. Let me see if I can bring it a little more. So if you look at the risk tolerance, the amount is 1.607903. That's the amount which we are talking about to start with, 1.6 million, out of which we have kept a tolerance of 0.05%, which means $803. So what does this mean? If you go back to the YouTube, you must have noticed that I mentioned there that if the net worth goes down by $803, which is like 1607100, all the new investments will stop. So that was the first point which I mentioned on the risk tolerance, that you might have 1.6 million, but based on the percentage, you're controlling and telling the algorithm or the mathematical model that if the net worth goes below $803, then stop all new investments. That's the first step which we are going to do. The second thing is the cash utilization. If you go through the features of cash utilization, where I was talking about the percentage which you allocate on your net worth is the percentage which we are talking about. In this example, I'm showing around 3.15%, which is roughly around $50,000. So that means I'm telling the algorithm not to go over $50,000 of investment. But if you do shorting, it's a different story. In that case, the broker is going to provide you money. And later on, when you buy back the stocks, you adjust the money which broker gives you. So having said that, so that's the second important thing which I wanted to let you know, that when you're doing shorting, the broker is giving you the money. You're not using your own cash. But if you're doing only long, then probably you are sticking yourself with $50,000 here. The third important point which I'm talking about in the configuration, and this all relates to the features which I spoke about, where the investment is 5K. You're not going more than $5,000 per stock as an investment. And I also mentioned about number of long and shorts, which I'm keeping it to five stocks for long and five stocks for short. As you mature, say for example, you are starting with $10,000 or $5,000 each as an investment, then your number of long, keep it to three and keep it to short. Three for short, and start from there. Start small and gradually scale up with your configuration as you maintain that ratio of, if you from your list which I spoke about, of 90 to 10 or 80-20 ratio of win to loss, which would give you very good result. Here in the stop loss side, we have kept 2% for both long and short. We have said that yes, you go with the market conditions. We are looking into SPY, which is equivalent to S&P 500. We are looking into candle size of 15 minutes and reading the last two candles of 15 minutes. So if the market is going higher high on the 15-minute side, then probably we will see longs, and if the market qualifies, which you will see now, and on the short side also, if the market is going lower low for the last two candles, then this will trigger. Uh, right now, for the long is we are saying go long if the S&P is over 1.0%. Of course, that's not the ideal situation. Let me see if I can bring you to the real market condition as of now. And let me see if I can. Yeah, right now, currently the market is negative, minus 0.27%. So I think we are in a good shape to start the algorithm and see something happening, because we have mentioned if go long if it is over 0.10% and go short if it is below minus 20%. So as you can see, the S&P is at minus 29%. But if you ask me, is this the ideal situation? My answer would be no. I don't do any shorts if the market is not less than minus 1.5 to 2%. But for demonstration purpose, I'm showing it to you. You can fine tune your needs based on whatever you want uh, as you master the skills. Here we are talking about symbol. Yes, I want to look into the symbols. This is one of the features which we discussed, where I'm looking into 15 minutes a candle, and I'm saying that okay, if the slow moving average is and the fast moving average is 2 and the slow is 10, and I've kept their tolerance to 0.06%. Again, with your research, you will find out what is the most optimum level here, whether you should keep slow 10 and fast to 1%, or whether you should keep it to 1.5%. It's all up to you, but we'll see if it qualifies even with 0.06% in the demonstration. And then we are talking about the candle size, which we are saying that okay, if the volume which is again one of the features, that if it is over 100 for a 2-minute bar, then we will consider that as a qualified volume. And we are also mentioning on the milking side that okay, if it is just over 0.3% and you cover a commission of $3, then do the milking. That's what we'll also see if it qualifies. And price range, we have kept it from $5 to $125. So this is the configuration. It doesn't cover all the 15 features, of course, and this is just to show my viewers that how you can fine-tune your algorithm mathematical model and take it from there, and over time you get to a perfection where you're getting stable return. That's the point. At that point you lock it, but this is for demonstration purpose only. So the second important thing which I wanted to talk about was, let me see if I can blow it up a little bit. Yeah, is here. Now I have maintained a static list, and you can see that this date is as per the date of the system. So it will take all the trades for this date. But if the market is since the market is bear, it will not take these buy positions. It's a static list, so it's the same set of stocks. Say it starts from GE on the buy side, as you're seeing, and I think it continues up to here, which is XCL on the buy side. Then again, the same set of stocks on GE as a short. I think it will go all the way up to XCL if I'm not wrong. No, E and B. So anyway, there are actually around 200 stocks to play with, and stocks. I mean, I'm not very sure as to in terms of the count. You can prepare your list here. I will bring it back here, and you can. This is the same list which we are looking at. So here, if you look at the count, we are looking at roughly like I think 199 stocks, 100 long and 99 short. So this is the list which we are looking at. So this is what every viewer who will be using this algorithm would maintain the list like this, which I have discussed on my videos with the features with the maintaining list. So this is how it will look like here. the algorithm is looking at in this format as a CSV file. So now, having said that, let's do a last minute check to make sure that we are doing as per the market as for the demo. Let me take a look. Yes, we are saying that, okay, do short if it is below minus 0.20. So this is where we are now. The market is probably 0.41. It seems like currently SPY minus 42. So it should pick up some shorts and we will see what is going on. So let us start the order engine and we will see what happens. So this is the TWS platform which you will get from Interactive Broker, and this is how it look like, and we will explain as things move. So let me start the order engine here. So I'm starting the order engine. And at the same time, I want to also start the TWS. Let me blow it up again. There you go. So now I have started the TW. I'm trying to keep both because this is on a virtual machine. So I'm trying to keep all of it ready to show it to you. So you will see that everything is running on its own. And let's see if it does some shorting, because at this point of time with the market condition, yes, it is expected to do some shorting, which it did. As you can see, it's doing some shorting here. It did short GE. So I'll try and bring back here the other web page and show you GE. Maybe I should look here. See, G is going down, so it did short. So let's look at the chart. You see that the moving average 2 and 10, it found a huge difference here and therefore it shorted here at this point of time. So this is what I wanted to show you, that in quantitative trading you don't have to be scared. You basically have to make sure that your parameters are correct, and it seems like it did short a few more. SNAP is what it shorted, but after a while you will notice that the 2% stop loss which we spoke about, it will automatically go and put the 2% stop loss. Did you notice it did put % stop loss right here? Did you notice? So everything is fully done by the algorithm. So you don't have to be scared or you don't have to be worried about what is happening. It's all based on the mathematical model which you have deployed here. So it seems like it has done a couple of more shorts here, and it seems also it did some buy. So let it run. So this is what it is. So you basically, as you keep plotting your uh, mathematical models and you keep running it, you will notice that there is, and this simulation, although what you're seeing here is simulation, when you go to real-time trading, nothing will be different. It's just that this particular thing will get wiped out. Here it is saying you're running a simulation, otherwise everything else will look as normal. So this is what I wanted to demonstrate. So it seems like it will keep realizing the profits until it goes to 0.3%. It will milk out. but at this point of time, it seems like it did a couple of shorts and couple of longs also, because we have our algorithm is having a mixed condition. And on our algorithm, we are talking about don't go strictly with the market, it is going strictly with the stock. So if you look at BSX, it's not looking into market. So let's see BSX. I would assume it is going north. There you go. So you see it took this position as a long because it is going north and it is not looking into the market. The configuration is telling the algorithm not to look into the market. So that's what it is doing. That's why it's taking a mix of long and shorts together. If you take a look at KR, which is here, KR, I'm assuming that it has taken a long position here, although it's taking little reversal, little on the red side, but let it trade. But it seems like it took a position here where the stock price was going up. And this is all coming from the list which you have. Say, for example, if you're looking at KR, I think it should be here. Maybe if I do a find, why I cannot find KR here. Oh, hold on. Why is it not looking at KR? KR should be somewhere here. Yeah, there you go. KR was here. So anyway, I could not find it using the find stuff, but KR is here. KR is both on the long and short sides. Then let's look at MU, if MU is there, because this is from that list. MU is what I'm looking for now. So you can have 200, 300, 400 stocks, but doesn't mean that everything, as I told in the explanation of the features, that it will look into everything. So yes, we do have MU here also, which it shorted here. This is what it is. MU, it did short. So everything it's picking up from the list. So coming back to the question that, see, you have, this is exactly what you're looking at in a real-time situation. You might have 200 stock, but only a handful of that gets qualified. So you're better off to have a large number of stocks and let it run. So as you keep fine-tuning your strategy with all the configurations which we spoke about here, you will find that you will get into a point where you are getting decent returns as per your expectation. Yes, you have to continue practicing and fine-tuning. Maybe 1 month, 2 months, or even I would say 3 months would be just good enough for you to get to a point that every day you are able to make pretty decent returns. And that is the time when you lock this configuration and take the journey towards passive income. But yes, this takes an effort for any passive income, right? If you're building a house to rent it out, the time when you're building it out, it will take some effort from your end. So the same here. You're figuring the algorithm, the mathematical model which suits your need. And then from there onwards, Once you get a stable return, let it run for 1 month or even 2 months if that's the case in simulation, and then you switch your gear to real-time trading. But once you make a lock your configurations, don't make any changes in the real live account. You can increase your cash balance or use leverage and those type of things, of course, but do not change anything which might impact the ROI when it comes to like market check or whether you're looking into last 15 minutes 2 bar. Don't change it to 5 minutes to 3 bar because everything will be different. So having said that, I would expect my viewers to try this out, fine tune it, configure it to a point where it is getting you a very decent return, and then flip over to passive income, and that configuration will be there forever with you. So if you have any further questions, feel free to get in touch with me. But I think I have given you an overall view of the features which we were talking about. And at the same time, I also wanted to show you one more thing which it is important for you to see. As every trades are happening, the pulled interval is at 60 seconds. So every time the trade is happening, you will notice that every 1 minute we are getting an email. So when you look into that email, you will, if you request for it, you will get it. See, it has failed buy because the moving average did not qualify. So most of the buys are failing here. Uh, and then if you look at the short, you see that even on the short side, a lot of stocks are failing because it's not meeting the expectation level, so and so forth. So I remember in one of the features I was talking about that if the market conditions are not favorable, even if you have 200 stocks, it will be trading with very few of those because the qualification criterias could reject the stock, and that is for your safety, of course. So as you configure, it is important that you also look into your configuration rejections so that you know why is it rejected, and you can fine tune it to optimize it. So it goes back to the initial videos which I said that start very small, start putting in very few stocks and see how you are configuring them, and see if there is any rejection. If the rejection is giving you a clue that, well, I need to fine tune the algorithm, then please do that. But if your rejections are saying that, well, you should be rejecting based on the conditions, then it's fine. You're protecting yourself. So the point here I'm making is don't be scared using quantitative techniques, which I'm showing, because it's all based on precision. So there is no need to be scared. There is no need for you to refer or ask anybody's help. Once you configure it, it will run completely on its own. There is nothing to worry. It will just do exactly what it is doing. If you notice that it's checking on the buy side, if you take this particular stock MU, it has put a stop limit here at 2%. But if assuming when the stock keeps going down, because this is on the short side, it will move this buy stop limit somewhere here and try to execute the artificial intelligence. So right now it is not doing that because the stock price is still not going down as it is expected. So having said that, you can continue trying this and get to a point of perfection as to what I am showing here with all the different features and configuring it in different ways to see what gives you the best result. And maybe it'll take you 2 months or 3 months, but once you have configured it correctly, at that point you can lock it and run it for a few more days and then move to real account. And that's the time when you would see real passive income, because did you notice I'm not doing anything? I'm not touching the system at all. It is doing everything it's done on its own. So that's why I call it as a passive income, because thereafter, after this initial phase of configuration and locking, you're not doing anything else. It will continue running every day. Whenever you want to, it'll run and get you money from the stock market. So having said that, let me conclude here. But if you still have any further questions, feel free to get in touch with me. Thank you.